let's do some practice examples. I'll give you a sentence. I encourage you to stop the video to try and translate it yourself, then to start the video and see how I did it and why. First sentence. Nixon resigned the presidency and Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address. So stop the video for a sec, try to translate that yourself, then start, see how you did. So we have two simple statements. R, Nixon resigned the presidency. W, Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address. We've got our logical form word and, that introduces a dot, R dot W. Next one. It's not the case that both Budweiser changes its formula and Miller or Heineken closes a brewery. Again, stop the video, try to do it yourself, see how you do when you start it back up again. All right, here we've got it's not the case that, that'll give us a tilde. We've got both here and, that gives us a dot, and we've got an or, that gives us a wedge. So now we've got tilde, B dot M wedge H. How did I decide where to put those parentheses? Well, I looked at the sentence. It's not the case that, that comes at the very beginning. It's going to be out here somewhere. But then we have this both B and this stuff. And so we know B is one antecedent. So it's not the case that says it's not the case that both. So not parentheses B dot for my and, both and then because I've got both, that's one antecedent, and that's another antecedent. So M wedge H, that'll be not antecedent but conjunction, conjunct. So tilde, parentheses, B first conjunct, dot, parentheses, M wedge H parentheses, second conjunct. Let's try another one. If either Eminem or Dr. Dre attend the charity concert, then neither Britney nor Christina Aguilera will attend. Okay, so now we've got, whoops, stop the video. See if you can come up with a translation, then start the video, compare what you did to what I do. Okay, now I've got if here, and then that's a conditional, right? So if, but then I've got either or, so I know that it's if these things, then these things. Neither nor isn't a phrase we've seen yet, so I'll show you how I usually do it. So now we've got if, antecedent on the left-hand side, open end of my conditional, E wedge D, that disjunction, Eminem or Dr. Dre, that is on the antecedent side. On the consequent side, then, we have neither Britney nor Christina Aguilera. So it's not Britney, it's not Christina. So one way to do that is it's not the case that B is true or C is true or they're both true. Another way people often do it is not B dot, not C, and I would accept either way. All right, let's try a couple more. The average income for the bottom 90% of U.S. households is $31,244, but the average income for the top 0.01% is $27 million. And again, stop the video, try to do a translation, start it, compare what you did to what I did. So here we've got two simple statements, one with a B, one with a T, and we've got but. So it's a conjunction, B dot T. Let's take a look at this next one. You can have ice cream or cake, but not both. Stop the video, try to translate this, see how you did, then compare it to me. All right, here we've got an explicit exclusive OR. You can have this or you can have this, but you can't have both. So when we symbolize exclusive OR, we have to use a more complicated symbolization. We've got ice cream, I, cake, C. So you can have ice cream or cake, I, wedge, C. Put that in parentheses. That's one part of our statement. We've got that comma to show us that's parentheses. We've got our but. We put a dot in. It's not the case that both what? Well, both I and C. So parentheses, I, wedge C, dot, tilde, parentheses, I, dot, C. One or the other, but not both. Let's look at one more in this module. Again, we've only got two simple statements here. So stop the video, try to symbolize it, turn on the video, see how you did. So we've got two simple statements. If you have something in common with 36% of American workers, or you do rather, if you have less than $1,000 in savings and investments that could be used for retirement. Okay? So our if here introduces our conditional. So that goes on the left-hand side. I, horseshoe, S. If this, then that. If you have less than $1,000, then you have something in common with 36% of Americans. We'll do one more set in the last module of this lecture.